Greetings, fellow traders. Bubba here. It's time for the daily market wrap for Wednesday, March the 24th, 2021. I hope everybody had a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, well, let's check and see where we are with the market here today, where we left off. So it's down 21 points here today. Again, a push off the upper Bollinger Band here. Still a weekly chart, but getting really close to last week's red spinning top candle to possibly take that down and maybe get even a little more momentum to the downside. So we'll see what happens here. Again, another close below the ADMA. And really what it looked like here, we thought we were going to pull back to the 382 and then see the big impulsive move down earlier today. But when we got this other retrace up, we're like, okay, the only other explanation for this, if we're going to stay bearish on this bearish count, which it still looks like it is, right? You got a zigzag, you got an impulsive move down, ABC up, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So it looks like we're getting a wave 3 down here. We might see a little wave 4 move and then a final wave 5 to kind of finish this up. It might even fill this gap right here and potentially even tag the downward trend line or the upward trend line and then bounce. Right, so that's what we're basically tracking here, but it's been playing out really well, guys. We've been pointing out a lot of bearishness in the market these last couple days. It really helps when you have the market behind you when you're looking for a setup. So good stuff there. Let's say with this buy and see what kind of volume came in here. So volume today, increased volume, so they finally stepped it up on the bearish side here. So let's see if we get a downside follow through on this one going into tomorrow. Might be nice. Let's take a look at the S&P futures and see what they did here today. They gave us a couple good opportunities, guys. It was actually pretty cool. We were bullish on the market going into it because we were kind of tracking this megaphone-ish type formation. We pointed out a nice strong move right here at the open, which ended up turning to be a 10-point move to get to the geometric line before pulling back. And then it gave another up move here for another one, and then another one, which is pretty good. It's like, what's going on here? And then we started to see some more bearish action, right? So it wasn't as clean as a move as the other day, but we kind of had this 1, 2, 1, 2 move right here, and then boom, right, wave 3, and then we may see a little consolidation up move, and then we might see that finish off with the wave 5 that we were talking about a little bit earlier. So cool stuff. So that kind of threw a wrench at things here today, but the big miss right here, the big breakdown level was that geometric line right here that we held for the majority of the day, and look how we just kind of sliced through that for a nice move at the end of the day. Pretty cool stuff there. The Qs, so the Qs were pretty good too. Stayed below the 15 orb. A lot of nice shortable retraces on that one today to get it to the downside. The IWM, nice breakdown here below its geometric line here today. Look, tried to bounce off, and then once it sliced through there, see ya, IWM. We talked about this morning in the bubble report. That retrace to this level right here, really cool stuff. On that. So XLF was pretty sketchy for the majority of the day. It's like, why is this thing going up, right? And the market's going down. Ended up holding in there, and just at the end of the day, it's like, I'm done, right? So pretty cool stuff there that the XLF finally caught up with the market right there. So that's not good for the market. We'll see how that goes going in tomorrow. But again, we're still just expecting that zigzag move and then the market to continue to work its way up. Hopefully. Sometimes wave C's can turn into a larger wave. That's why we like trading wave C's, because it might actually be starting the fresh wave up, right? The fresh wave down, right? So we'll see how it goes. But again, it's all about tracking the upward trend line on the daily chart anyway. So good stuff. Apple gave some good short opportunities here today, right? Nice retraces right here, very similar to the Qs. Tesla pointed this one out to today. Pointed this one in the group here today. Nice breakdown below a lot of key levels right here. Gave one little retrace right here, then boom, for more downside action on Tesla. So a couple other names that we're tracking here going into tomorrow. So Bank of America. So this is one that Paul had on his bearish radar here. We put it in the bubble report this morning. Inside day with an upper shadow. Look if it takes that down here. And if Bank of America wants more downside, especially if the XLF starts to get weak going into tomorrow. So that was looking pretty interesting. Another one too, FCX. This is kind of an interesting one too. A couple of the mails. This is starting to break down right here. It might have room to get down to the cloud. Walmart, even though it gave us a nice inside day up and gave us a strong move the other day, starting to pull back right here. Might want to pull back to the ADMA. So that's another one to keep an eye on here too. And guys, GME after earnings. Big flush off of this one, increased volume below the 50-day moving average. This looks really bearish to me, guys. I think this one could, I think the 100 puts look interesting. Those are kind of on our target going into tomorrow. Those look really good. I think we could hit 80 on this thing. Maybe not pull all the way back here to the 886, but keep an eye on GME, guys. You heard it here first. That today is like the first after earning, the first what looks like a potential shortable day today. So keep it on the radar going into tomorrow. Could be interesting. A couple other ones that are on the radar too. Pins broke down here today with increased volume. One to keep on the radar tomorrow. And JMIA. Big breakdown here today as well. See if it wants any more downside follow through tomorrow too. So look for any shortable retraces on that. See if there's any good setup. So good stuff, guys. I appreciate everybody for tuning in here. Hope everybody's awesome the rest of the evening. I'll see you guys on the free YouTube live stream later at 7:30 Eastern time. Until then, stay healthy out there. Remember your risk first and stay safe so you stay in the game.